righteousness.
Yo, Angela Yee, I love you.
50% ratchetness.
Tell them ratchets to sit down.
Okay, more like 95%
This is
ratchet.
becoming the most prominent form for hip-hop.
Wake your ass up.
Yeah, it's early in the morning, but they told me it was y'all. I say, oh, hell yeah, I'm getting
The
up.
world's most dangerous morning show. DJ Envy.
Your people's choice.
Angela Yee.
I'm a sweetheart, but I'll cut you.
Charlamagne the God.
Prince of pissing people off.
I can't believe you guys are the best, kid.
Collectively known as
Breakfast Club, bitches!
I don't hear the boom, 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 boom. I don't hear none of that.
Put your goddamn headphones on.
My
You might hear
headphones
something.
on. Huh?
Bring it back, Ray.
going on
This guy
here?
here act like he ain't been doing that for
Turn
12
the
years.
volume up.
Here we go. All right, here we go.
Old man can't hear. Good morning, USA. Yo 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 yo.
Good morning, Angela Yee.
Good morning, DJ MV.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the plant. How do I do it?
Oh my goodness.
Peace to the plant.
So you're gonna tell Envy?
You're right. Oh, guess what day it is?
Oh, my
Guess
goodness.
what day it is?
Hump day.
Good morning.
Good morning. No, he didn't have the music selected in my headphones, so I couldn't hear nothing. It was nothing.
I thought you knew how to do all
Got a
that.
baby, but you don't know the
I
daddy.
don't know how to do that.
All you know is that they can drive a caddy.
Will you put
Man,
your
it
headphones
was
on?
You
it
said
was a
what?
crazy situation in New York yesterday in Brooklyn with this gunman, and we're going to talk about that during front page news.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But yes, I mean, I don't even know what to say. All day long, people were hitting me up like, "Is everything okay? Are you good?" And I saw they had the Uber and Lyft drivers was doing like 10 times the price. They did price surging yesterday, so.
But that's not the drivers. That's the actual app and company that does that, right?
Well, yeah, the drivers don't control the price surges, but
Yeah.
There's
they
a
did
gr-
refund people their money.
Y'all should really watch Super Pumped on Showtime. Super Pumped on Showtime tells the story of Uber.
Uh-huh.
It's just it's a really 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 good show. It's not a documentary. It's an actual scripted show.
Yep.
And it just tells the story of Uber, and you'll see how they do things like that. Like what was this, the safe fare rides back in the day? And I think they still have them now, but it's when they was really having a lot of complaints. But they just put something on there called the safe fare ride, charge you an extra $1, and people would click it when they would get a ride, thinking that they'd be safer, but it did nothing.
Damn.
It just made people feel better.
So it was a scam.
And it made them more money. Yeah.
Sheesh. All right. Well, Trick Daddy will be joining
Trick
us this morning.
Daddy got a baby, but you don't know the daddy. All you know is that it drive a caddy. Classic Trick Daddy bar right there from Scott. Y'all don't know nothing about no Scott.
Well, Trick will be joining us in a little bit.
I'm not responsible for nothing that Trick Daddy Dollar says on this radio.
At all.
Me neither.
Okay.
I'm not even trying to argue with Trick Daddy about anything.
No, you got to argue
Right.
with him, though. But I'm
I'm
highly entertained.
All right.
I'm highly entertained by Trick Daddy always. You have to debate with him. But yes, I'm not responsible for nothing that he says.
Goodness gracious. All right.
It's
Well,
good. We need to shake the ecosystem.
let's get the show cracking. Front page
Why
news
not?
is next, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now, last night, NBA basketball in the play-ins. Your Brooklyn Nets won
Yes,
last night.
I know. You know, I know.
Great game. And also the Timberwolves. They beat the Clippers. Now, what else we got? Easy?
All right, so at least 10 Brooklyn subway riders were shot yesterday. A man who's wearing a gas mask and a green construction vest, he tossed 2 smoke canisters in the train car, and that was to distract the rush hour crowd, and then he opened fire. Now, that man has been identified, and here is what NYPD Chief James Essing had to say.
Male who we believe is the renter of this U-Haul in Philadelphia is a Frank R. James, male, 62 years old, with addresses in Wisconsin and Philadelphia.
All right, now at least 23 people were hurt, according to police. 5 of the gunshot victims were critically injured, but no fatalities were reported. They do expect that everybody should be okay. And that is the fortunate side of this situation. Here is what Mayor Eric Adams, who is quarantined with COVID right now, had to say.
My team and I have been in constant communication with NYPD, FDNY, EMS, Emergency Management, and multiple other city agencies. As of now, we have not found any live explosive devices, but the suspect in today's attack detonated smoke bombs to cause havoc. We would not allow New Yorkers to be terrorized, even by a single individual.
Now, Frank James had made numerous video threats as a YouTuber named Prophet of Truth 88. And in those posts, he was threatening the mayor, Eric Adams, and he said that he has wanted to watch people die, and he insisted he has been through a lot in his life. He said, this is why it's important to think about what you're going to do before you do it. Let us not forget, I've been through a lot of ish where I can say I wanted to kill people. I wanted to watch people die right in front of my face immediately. He also goes on to say that he is a victim of the mental health program, and he criticized Mayor Eric Adams for not doing more to combat homelessness. And they said the NYPD is increasing security for Mayor Adams after police discovered these videos. So he said he had a diagnosed mental illness, and he railed against what he calls the horror show of the city's mental health services. And he also talked about a race war and ranted about race issues.
Oh, that's a 62-year-old man who the system failed. Like, he's clearly disturbed. And that sounds like a person who should have gotten help for his mental health issues a long time ago and didn't. And it leads to situations like this. And I don't know why this country thinks ignoring a problem will make it go away. They want to have all these conversations about guns, getting guns off the street, but guns don't kill people. Mentally disturbed people with guns kill people. Hurt people with guns hurt people. You think that's the first time that man has probably screamed out for help in his 62 years on this planet? He said he had a diagnosed mental illness.
And he said he actually did go, and he was part of a mental health program, but he feels like he left worse than when he went in. Now, here is what an eyewitness had to say about the incidents on the train.
We hear a loud bang and then followed by lots of screaming, and we see white smoke starting to billow and fill up the train car, and people running at the doors that separate the train cars and banging on them, screaming for help, almost like a horror movie.
Once again, ignoring a problem will not make it go away. And this country can do more than one thing at once. Okay, they can, do things to make it harder for people to get guns, but they also can help, the people dealing with mental health issues in this country as well. And they can help people, they can help the homeless as well too. Like, they can do more than one thing at once. And it's going to come to a point where they're either going to have to, or they're going to keep feeling situations like this.
All right, well, that is your front page news.
Because I don't think y'all have noticed, but people are at their breaking point.
All right.
Okay?
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
I'm dialing.
Hey, what you doing, man?
I'm dialing. I'm calling you.
This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Jay in the truck.
Hey, Jay in the truck. What up? Get it off your chest, bro.
Jay in the truck. That's very specific.
Yeah, I'm a truck driver. But I got this truck and company I'm getting ready to start. I got a $300,000 business loan. And I was going to take the down payment out my business loan to get a truck. But somebody wound up telling me about whole life insurance. It was like, why don't you just borrow the money out of your whole life insurance? I'm just trying to figure out, trying to get some information about what's whole life insurance. Like, would that be a good ad?
Is he saying home life insurance?
Whole life insurance.
Whole life insurance.
I don't know anything about it.
Well, I would suggest you talk to somebody who actually. Yeah, I don't know that we could tell you what type of life insurance would be best for your needs and what it is that you have to do, but I will say talk to a couple of different representatives, some companies who can actually help guide you based on your financial situation and what you need that life insurance for, who you're leaving it to, if you need to cash it out, if you want that option.
Yeah, because I already got a life insurance policy. He was just saying, like, well, why would you take money out of your business loan to open up, put a down payment for your truck when you can just borrow from your whole life insurance because it's tax free and you can, like, pay that back, like, you got your whole life to pay it back, and it's like tax free.
You should talk to a tax attorney. That's
it does have cash value, but I don't know what that does to your life insurance if you borrow against it.
Yeah, you should talk to a tax attorney. Ask them that because they would know that better than you and myself and Charlamagne. So I would talk to a tax attorney and try to figure it out that way.
I don't know nothing about it.
But thank you. Good luck, brother.
It's like you can use those funds for like emergency use, but I don't know what the penalties are.
Yeah, but if he has a business loan and he's buying something for a business, he should be able to write it off. But like I said, that's a tax attorney.
Well, no, I guess he needs the cash to be able to get that.
Yo, what up, bro? Get it off your chest.
What's good? I need some business advice too. Okay, I'll give it advice.
Nah, what's up?
Okay. I just want to make sure. Okay, cool. What up, y'all? This is Tyler from Chicago. How y'all feeling?
What up?
Good morning.
Good. That's what's up. First off, I want to give my heart out to everybody that's affected in New York right now. That was some crazy stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out to Brooklyn Nets. Y'all played a heck of a game last night.
You know that's right.
Very impressed.
They did.
Very shocked.
Who you got? Who you got first round? Celtics or Nets?
Celtics and Nets.
Nets.
I'm gonna have to give it to Brooklyn. I don't really like. Celtics.
I ain't asking you what you like, man. I'm asking you an objective basketball.
Well, he's using his
perspective.
I'm using that is my perspective, bro. And I believe that Brooklyn has the capability to beat Boston. I mean, you see the way they was playing last night. They could beat them.
They don't play no defense though, bro.
The Bulls got something to play with, even though everybody talking smack. But y'all gonna be surprised that we gonna whoop the Bucks, and then it's gonna be a whole.
No. Now listen, I agree. The Bulls are beasts, but they're not beating the Bucks.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
Say it with your chest.
We want to hear from you on the Breakfast Club.
So if you got something on your mind, let it out.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, good morning, Breakfast Club. How are you? This is Cassandra Don from New Jersey.
Hey, Cassandra. Get it off your chest.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm urging all New Jerseyans to please, and I know most of you do not know who your state senator is or your state assembly person is. Google it. But please call them and tell them do not support Assembly Person Carol Murphy's bill. She's now trying to ask us to pump our own gas.
Hell no.
I want to own gas.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't want that. And why do you think people don't know who New Jersey Senator is?
You know who yours is?
Cory Booker.
State. I didn't say. I didn't see this is the problem, Charlamagne.
You did say. You said state senator.
He is not your. He is your state. He is your U.S. senator on the federal level.
Oh, who's the state senator?
There you go.
The state level, and I bet you don't know who it is. I
don't. You're right. Who is it?
So Google in your area. Everybody have.
It's different districts. Yeah.
Oh, Bob Menendez. I voted for him actually.
No, he's not. Charlamagne.
Bob Menendez isn't either?
Yes, it's Bob Menendez.
No, that's the U.S. Oh, my God. This is the problem.
So who is it? Tell me. School me.
I can't.
What district are you in?
So we can't say that. So you just got to Google where you live and see who your state assembly
Hold on, let me
is.
see.
State assembly person is, Charlamagne.
Hold on, let me see.
You guys, like where I'm at, it's like U.S., it's like Pintor, state, Rice.
When you find out who yours is, Charlamagne,
I'm trying to find out now. Hold
okay,
on.
so let's get to it while he's Googling.
You said state assembly senator?
Right, your state senator and your state assembly person. And let me tell you why these people are so important.
Go.
Because these are the people, and I wish ex-offenders really would vote in this election. And most of the time, we don't vote in this election. Like me, I vote in every election. Because these people are the ones who make up the laws that judges, prosecutors, and lawyers have to follow. These are the guys that make up the laws that sentence people according to the crime. And I wish ex-offenders, and I wish all of us will start voting in this election right here. This is very important. It's just as important as a mayor election. We usually know who that is. But this election right here, Charlamagne, find out who it is. Start talking to these people more. Have them up there more because these people are important.
Thank you, Mama. Yeah, because I definitely don't want to put my own gas.
I still don't know who it is.
I don't know either. I've been pumping my gas because I'm from New York, but when I moved to Jersey, they pump the gas for you, and I love it.
I saw that. So my only thing was like, if that's something that is going to be on the actual ballot, I'm just going to click no. You know what I mean? It's just like last year when we had to vote whether or not marijuana was going to be legalized.
That's right. I voted yes. Hello, who's this?
Hi, good morning. I would like to stay anonymous, please.
Okay, you could have made up a name, but go ahead. Go, Mama.
Okay, I'll go by Miss Spicy.
All right, Miss Spicy.
Anyways, good morning, guys. I love y'all. Love listening to y'all. But I just wanted to get my message across. I wanted to let President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris know, please do not come in the Haitian community this time around trying to sweet talk us into voting for you guys, because you criticized what was his name, President Trump, about his mistreatment of Haitian immigrants. But then again, you guys turn around and you are doing the exact same, if not worse. We rather stick with the devil we know. So please do not come into our Haitian American community this time around trying to get us to vote for you after how you've been treating the Haitian people.
All right.
We don't like it. We're watching you, and we need it to stop.
You've been warned. When a Haitian tell you don't come around, you better not come around, because if you do, you're going to see. Okay?
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051.
Look to my Haitian community.
If you need to vent, you can hit us up. Now we got rumors on the way.
Yes, and Tyra Banks has quit Twitter, and we were telling you earlier this week about some issues regarding Dancing with the Stars.
All right, we'll get into it next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's time.
She's spilling the tea.
This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Well, Jennifer Lopez, she has her newsletter on the J-Lo, and she is detailing how she was proposed to by Ben Affleck, and she said that, after 18 years after they called off their previous engagement, she talks about the proposal, how it went down, and their second chance at true love. She started the newsletter, "Did you ever imagine your biggest dream could come true? Saturday night, while at my favorite place on earth, in the bubble bath, my beautiful love got on one knee and proposed. I was taken totally off guard and just looked in his eyes, smiling and crying at the same time, trying hard to get my head around the fact that after 20 years, this was happening all over again. I was quite literally speechless." And he said, "Is that a yes?" I said, "Yes, of course that's a yes."
I don't think any man who ruined as many superhero characters as Ben Affleck should have Jennifer Lopez. He ruined Daredevil. He ruined Batman. He doesn't deserve Jennifer Lopez, but that's just my hot take.
But I wonder if you get proposed to a couple times, do you compare the proposal? Because remember, A-Rod did it on the beach when the sun was right in the right position.
When you ruin two superhero characters, two iconic superhero characters, do you compare those two? Do we compare how bad he did Daredevil to how bad he did Batman?
I didn't see Daredevil, so I don't know.
Okay.
Well, she enjoyed it. She said she was smiling so big, tears were coming down her face, and she was feeling so incredibly happy and whole. It was nothing fancy at all, but it was the most romantic thing I could have ever imagined. Just a quiet Saturday night at home. Two people promising to always be there for each other.
And that's the most important
Tell her watch Ben playing Daredevil or Batman. I bet she rethink this decision.
Stop it, man. As long as she's happy, man. That's the most important thing. She's happy.
Now she's got that green diamond engagement ring that we talked about that's worth definitely more than $5 million, maybe more than $10 million.
Sheesh.
And she said green has always been my lucky color, and now for sure it always will be.
Well, I'm glad Ben gave it away, because he held on too long. If he hold on to it too long, he'll think he's Green Lantern. We don't need him ruining another superhero character. Okay.
All right, and Viola Davis has a memoir coming out, and she details that after she was cast in How to Get Away with Murder, she got a lot of scrutiny over her looks. She said that fellow black actors thought that she just wasn't pretty enough to be able to pull it off. She said following her casting, a friend had come to her after overhearing several actors and actresses, all of whom were black, say that she wasn't pretty enough to pull it off. And she did a whole profile in the New York Times where she discusses this as well. And she said she had had a slew of experiences around her race and her deeper skin tone within the predominantly white industry. And she said that, the experience was unlike the other colorist, racist, and anti-black criticism because she couldn't shake this feedback. She also details on her childhood experiences with racism. She details an anti-black attack in the 3rd grade, and this was in Central Falls, Rhode Island. They were a group of 8 or 9 boys who would always insult her, throw stones and bricks at her. One day they physically caught her, and they pinned her arms back, and the leader of the group, who was black but identified as Portuguese, he was Cape Verdean and black, he called her ugly and a black effing N-word, and when she responded, "You're black too," he punched her.
How do you have to look to play a law professor? That's what she played on How to Get Away with Murder, a law professor. How do they expect her? I don't get it. Like, what did that mean? She wasn't pretty enough to play the role.
And imagine these are your peers who are working with you in Hollywood and understand the struggles of what it is to get these roles, and knowing how talented she is, to hear that people are saying things like that.
I just want to know how do you have to look to play a law professor? Like, that's the question I would ask them. Like, I don't get it.
All right, now Tyra Banks, she has deleted her Twitter account, and people are trying to speculate on why. Now, Kate Taylor from Insider mentioned a probable cause of that Twitter departure, according to the writer. She's saying that Tyra Banks left the platform right after she reached out to her with questions for the expose that she did on America's Next Top Model. The work was called Tyra Banks Wanted America's Next Top Model to Fix Fashion. Now some contestants say the show was psychological warfare. So it focused on the contestants of the show, their time on that stage, and how it was very hard on models, even going as far as giving harsh criticisms concerning the models' bodies and setting up difficult challenges. And several contestants of the show have opened up about the psychological impact of the show. So she said she reached out to Tyra Banks to get some fact-checking done and to get a comment, and then Tyra Banks deleted her Twitter. She said, it could be unrelated. What can I say? And Tyra Banks also has been facing backlash from Dancing with the Stars. People are like on Twitter, I don't know if you guys have seen this, and they're blaming her for Disney's decision to move that next season from ABC to Disney+. It was recently announced by the producers, and fans did not have a good reaction of that. It was in season 29. And a lot of viewers were saying that they were blaming Tyra Banks. But you know how the Twitter mob can get.
Well, why do they act like Disney Plus is a downgrade? Like, I watch majority of all my TV consumption comes from streaming services.
Yeah, but some people, obviously network television has a bigger audience because there's no fee.
Do they?
To pay.
I mean,
yeah.
because there's no way to, they don't have any evidence to prove that linear has more viewership than streaming services.
I would think it's in more households, though.
I don't know.
Because you don't have to pay for it.
But that don't mean people are watching it more, though. Like I have ABC on my, but I don't watch ABC that much. I watch streaming services more.
Well, some people don't have streaming services, and I'm sure there's way exponentially if you look at how many people have Disney Plus as opposed to how many people just have.
That don't mean they're watching it though. That's all. You can have it. Like
I think
I'm sure way more people got
available.
ABC, but that don't mean they're watching it more.
All right. Well, that is your rumor report.
All right. Now we got front page news. Next, what we talking about?
STDs are on the rise, and we'll talk about which ones during the first year of the pandemic really those numbers went up.
Goodness gracious! All right, no baby was born. Nobody got
you want that to be news? Baby born.
All right, we'll get to it next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
I teamed up with Zyrtec for this allergy relief message. Springtime brings vibrancy to the air and pollen, so I take Zyrtec when allergy symptoms start. Save the tissues and live vibrantly with Zyrtec. Starts working at hour 1 and stays strong day after day.
WWPR FM HD1 New York.
An iHeart radio station.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Where we start, Yeezy?
All right. Well, President Joe Biden said yesterday that the atrocities committed by Russia in Ukraine is genocide. This is the first time he has made this accusation against the president, Vladimir Putin. Here's what he said.
Your family budget, your ability to fill up your tank, none of it should hinge on whether a dictator declares war and commits genocide in a half a world away. To help deal with this Putin price hike, I've authorized the release of 1 million barrels per day for the next 6 months from our Strategic Petroleum Reserve. This is by far the largest release of our national reserve in history. It's a wartime bridge to increase oil supply as we work with U.S. oil producers to ramp up their production this year.
All right. He said he called it genocide because it's become clearer and clearer that Putin is trying to just wipe out even the idea of being Ukrainian. He said the evidence is mounting.
So what is the U.S. going to do? Because sanctions clearly aren't working.
Not at all. I've been saying that from the beginning.
Going on for weeks.
He don't care, and they've been talking. And he said after talking, he's going to continue on with fighting. Like, what do we do?
And I know that they keep saying they don't want to engage because then we would be in World War III. But I mean, what do you do?
We've been giving them military supplies.
They're announcing a new $750 million military aid package as early as this week for Ukraine.
$750 million more.
What are they doing with the money?
Getting weapons,
ammunition. They're asking for fighter jets.
So listen, couldn't you just save money by going in there and doing it yourself?
Surface vehicles, sea drones, drone ships, helicopters.
They said like what a couple of billion before, $750 million. Just do what we got to do. Save some money.
Let me go handle this for y'all real quick.
All right, now STDs, including gonorrhea and syphilis, have risen during the first year of the pandemic, and they're saying that
send it to Russia, man.
Overall, 2.4 million STD cases were reported in the U.S. in 2020, and so that is a slight decrease from the 2.5 million cases reported in 2019. But they said that might have been a result of significant reductions in screening and reporting associated with the onset of the COVID pandemic. So they said specifically cases of gonorrhea, syphilis, and congenital syphilis were higher than levels seen in 2019, despite lockdowns, and cases of chlamydia, however, were lower.
Man, too busy worrying about your mask. You forgot to protect your penis. Okay? Got to cover your penis too.
Both. Got to do both.
You got to cover your penis too. Don't grab your mask and leave your condoms.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because, well, I'm not going to say it.
Say it.
But no, I'm going to say because Trick Daddy's coming up next, and he did.
What you
talk
trying
about,
to say about Trick Daddy? Yeah.
Well, he in the interview is going to address STDs. That's all I'm saying. All right, now teen overdose deaths have been rising rapidly, but not because more of them are using drugs. They're saying that the drugs are just more dangerous. It's coming from that situation. They said with fentanyl being involved in more than 77% of adolescent overdose deaths, it's 50 times more powerful than heroin, and it's extremely cheap to produce. So now drug use among teens is currently at a historic low, but the amount of fentanyl being sold to them in the form of counterfeits of common medications and the lack of awareness of the risk that they face taking these pills is a big part of the problem. So young people are buying what they think are legitimate pills, but actually they're pressed pills with drugs that were made in the underground market, and they're pressed to look real. So what a correlation. Drug use is at an all-time low, but deaths are rising rapidly because of the fentanyl. All right, well, that is your front page news.
All right. Now, coming up next, Trick Daddy will be
You got a
joining us.
baby, but you don't know the daddy. All you know is that they can drive a caddy.
Well, we're going to kick it with Trick when we come back, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club.
T-double
Good
D.
morning.
The Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club. Envy, Angela Yee, and Charlamagne the God.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Come on now.
We got Trick Daddy. Welcome.
What they do?
T-double D.
It's been a minute, man.
What up, CO?
What's up with you, man?
So, Trick Daddy, what's been going on, man?
I know, same thing, you know what I'm saying, just representing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The music game is a lot different, so I do less music and I just get in the bag all different other kinds of way now.
We been seeing.
I was just talking to Duval the other day. Me and Duval was talking about like the best lyricists from the South. And I said, man, you got to throw Trick in there too now. You think you
Duval ain't say my name?
Well, no, he said. He actually said, who did he say? He said T.I., which I agree. He said T.I. and Ross. And then I was like, man, you got to throw Trick in there too lyrically now. And he was like, yeah. You throw Trick in there.
Lyrically, I think I'm number one. And I never put myself number one.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't be my own favorite rapper, but I know lyrically I consider myself as number one, tied with Scarface.
Face. Definitely Face. We have
Right.
Face. Definitely have Face in there. 100%.
I can say tied with Scarface because I know I'm a bigger fan of his than he was of me because I was listening to him 10 years before I decided to do music.
That's right.
So I never forget where I come from.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least you get in the bags, though, doing things that make sense, right? That you
Right.
really love, like the cooking show,
Right.
which we were just talking about. I said, when I come on there, I want to do something vegan.
What that is? what vegan is?
Fake meat.
Fake,
No, you don't even got to. It could be all fruits and vegetables. It don't got to be no fake meat.
Cook.
So you don't eat like seafood?
No, I don't eat
You
seafood.
straight vegan?
When
No,
you
I'm not a
started this?
vegan. I'm
Trick,
not
you
a
can make a
vegan.
nice tossed salad.
Yeah. I mean, but that's another thing. We don't have to go on the show to get a salad toss. That's another thing. That was the eating game.
I'm not part of that
That's what we do, man. You know what I'm saying? But I guess vegetables with no meat, I could do that.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good challenge to see.
That's not going to be interesting, but I can do it.
Why not? I think it is, because look, think about all the things that you could cook. Like if you had to come up with a meal for somebody who was a vegetarian, right? What would you come up with?
Man, I'd probably cook up some cabbage, some rice.
Yeah, but even in the South, we put turkey sausage in the cabbage. Some people put bacon. I like turkey sausage.
I mean, okay, with even the thing like at Sundays, we use turkey.
That's right.
For the pot meat.
Mm-hmm.
So we put it in the string beans, we put it in the collard greens.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of hard, but we figured out a way to give it its seasoning without the pork.
Yeah.
Because the oldest people in my family eat pork.
Right.
Yeah.
Never stopped eating pork. And I heard that some things you don't get sick until you stop doing it.
Right.
They said pork is like heroin. The hardest thing to do is to get off of it. And I like bacon and pork chop is my two favorite meat. But I respect the way people decide they want to eat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Healthy these days. And so we don't put pork in there. If you want pork, the only pork we got is the pork chop, and you have to order that, and we cook it separate. But I guess But you say no meat? I'm like, damn.
You
like
can
no
do.
meat.
Is there anything you don't eat? And that's a general
No,
question.
I do everything. Toes, everything.
Yeah, if you eat the booty gang, you can't say you don't eat much.
Yeah, I eat everything.
When I come on the show, whatever you make, I eat pork. Like
And
I eat
just-
pork,
and
I eat bacon, I eat all
I
that.
said, what Emmy? He said, no. Emmy say he eat everything. I say, good.
Hey, it don't matter.
You do it at the restaurant?
No, well, we do the. No, we got actually CO. This is my executive producer. Of
Okay.
the show. Somebody who talked me into doing it because I used to mess around a little bit on social media and be screaming, bitch, I got my boss, and everybody like got used to it. So he was like, we doing a cooking show together. I'm doing it. I was like, what we gonna do it at? And we was looking around for a whole year. He was like, you know what? Him and my other boy EJ, he was like, EJ, me and you gonna do. We gonna do this. And I said, listen, this is what I'm gonna do because I keep it real. Because a lot of people don't let their friends eat. But I'm a LeBron James to the rap game. If you bring something to the table, we gonna have.
That's real.
So they own half of it, and I own the other half. They built the kitchen. I bring the talent, my expertise, and we go from there. So we actually built our own kitchen studio.
Oh, that's hard.
It's on Facebook, right? Facebook Live.
It's on Facebook. It's on YouTube, and we just got a deal. Well, we're working on a deal. We're working on a deal with
Fox Soul.
Fox Soul. So when Fox Soul, they came to me with something I wasn't used to. They was like, well, we going to put a couple episodes on there and see. I was like, check this out. Hold on, man. I'm damn near 50 years old. I'm not with all that pilot stuff. If you believe in me, believe in me. But CO and Chronic talked me into it. So I said, okay, well, we're going to try it.
You're going to put a couple of... So I wanted to, you started doing mornings at one time in Miami. You and Trina with Mac. And,
Mac started here with us.
Yeah. Mac was a huge fan of the show. Me and Mac watch and listen to y'all all the time.
So what happened with the show? Because we thought the show was hilarious.
What happened to the show is we got some young billionaires that own a lot of these record companies and TV companies that don't have a clue about the hell going on with the culture. And what they do is they add up the math. And our contract was ended in 2 years, and they was gonna have to get some more money up, I believe. And they gave us our severance. And then the severance is you don't get fired. They pay you not to go nowhere else for so long.
Yeah,
so I'm coming back to radio. I'm going back to radio, and I'm gonna be bigger and blacker on radio because a lot of older women. I was surprised. A lot of older women love the show because it's authentic. When you got a morning show, like y'all actually reach out to the people. It's when you in the mornings, people want to hear interesting topics.
That's right.
They don't want to hear the news that you already talked about last week. And I noticed y'all at the Breakfast Club, y'all never bring back up old topics. Just keep it moving.
Right.
And we don't assassinate characters. We're not into assassinating characters.
Right.
If somebody comes not sure want to bring up something, okay, fine, you can bring it up. If the person they're talking about want to address it, come on, you'll let you address it. But I'm not doing it. I'm not Chris rocking you. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, that's what it's called now, Chris Rockin'?
Chris
Damn,
Rockin'.
they already came up
Damn,
with
Trick. Why you call it that?
Because regardless if Chris Rock was reading the teleprompter or if Chris Rock made it up, if him and Will was cool, then find you somebody else to clown. I am not one of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And people was like, well, why did Will wait so long? Because it probably didn't dawn on him the different things that, you can't tell a person how to react when it comes to their family anyway.
Absolutely.
There's no limit to how you act. And the 10-year ban, oh well, it took them 20 years to give them an award.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You ever had a late reaction to something and then reacted violently?
I don't think I had the late reaction I had one time was gonorrhea. I thought I was personally fine, and I found out she burnt me 3 days later. But
Damn.
that's the only late reaction I ever had. But I react right at the moment.
Now back up for a second to this gonorrhea thing.
She heard gonorrhea. Back up for
It
a
take
minute.
3 days for you to up.
Did you know who it was immediately?
No, but I had because I had two girls. Well, I had one girl, then I had this other dude girl. But it was funny. It was funny. It was sad at first. It became funny because in Miami at that time, if you caught VD, a venereal disease, right? They asked you, well, did you have group sex? Who you had it with? And then they had these health department vans that'll go get them. And I put all my homeboys' name on the list. And they came to the school and got them. They come right to your school and get you.
Did they get your CO?
Nah.
So wait, did you tell the women like Listen, you should go get tested.
Because what a lot of people don't know with sexually transmitted diseases such as gonorrhea, if you don't tell the girl you had sex with that I got something, or you possibly gave me something, or I gave you something, then y'all keep passing it around.
That's right.
So you have to get rid of it.
Did you ever do the earwax test back in the day? You Geechee. You know
the earwax test, I did it a lot of times, but I don't think it worked.
Okay.
I don't think so.
So you heard about this earwax?
Come on now.
Yes, that's a Geechee thing. You'll know if they got something if you stick your finger in your ear and then insert it.
That's right. You put it in the poom poom, and if she jumped,
she
got something.
She got something.
I thought you was making that up.
No.
All right, we got more with Trick Daddy when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Trick Daddy. Yee.
So, Trick Daddy, what are your thoughts about what's going on in Florida and politics? You know, they have the Don't Say Gay law.
Then they got the abortion thing that they got going on. I just believe that comedians, if they can say what they want to say, I can say what I want to say. I believe that if I don't approve in same-sex marriages, adopting kids, and raising them thinking that they're going to be normal. I don't agree with that, but it's my opinion. But for you to tell me I have to have this baby, it's some parents that's unfit, man, and that's what's wrong with the kids, the parents, because it starts at the house. So I think women and men should be evaluated before they even be able to have a baby.
No, I can see that.
No,
I think with the gay thing, though, it's like what is the definition of normal nowadays? Though?
Right. I mean, because they put it in every show. They drill it in every show. But as a comedian, I can't joke about it if I was a comedian. But as a person that's against it, I couldn't speak out about it. You know, I'm not. I have a.
Are you against it? I don't think you're against it.
I have a sister that's my brother, and I have an aunt that's my uncle.
So it's in your family.
I'm not, and I don't have no problem with my general manager. My restaurant is a gay man, and we hang together. We go to the club,
and they're
together,
all normal.
And nobody never.
But that's why language is important. You can't say against it.
People that are homophobic, I believe that they believe in their heart that they have gay tendencies. When you say homophobic, but at a certain age, kids. Leave it out of kids. Leave it away from the kids.
So you against the kids? Like you want the kids to be able to make up their own mind when they get older?
You have, all right. For instance, you went to college.
No, I didn't.
He didn't go to college. Look at me.
You went the wrong way.
I ain't going to no damn college. Do I strike you the type to go to college? I ain't going to no college.
I could have sworn because you're well spoken. I thought, well, you get okay. Well, Envy.
I was sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, you went to college.
Yes, sir.
It took a lot to get to college. You had to finish high school.
Correct.
You had to listen and believe in your parents.
Correct.
You had to pass tests to get to college.
Correct.
And you had to remain in college by keeping a certain GPA.
Yes.
And all that. Okay. Finish college.
Right.
Did you go to college for anything dealing with radio?
No.
That's crazy, right?
Yes.
But you still want your kids to go to college because you want them to have all the opportunity, the best opportunities in the world.
Yep.
When I grew up, ass whoopers was the thing that kept us in line in my generation. I'm a 70s baby.
Me too.
That's right.
Like I feared God, the police,
and picking that switch. Picking that switch.
You had to go pick your own switch, right? These days, I don't believe kids should be involved the same way we were raised. Stay out of grown people's mouths, stay out of grown people's conversation. I believe that's still the same thing that we need to go on with. Time change. No, you're changing. Okay. And another thing, I don't think that these women drop the baby off to the man. Oh, you gonna keep my baby? No. What if your baby daddy is not capable of keeping a child? You're endangering his child's life just to say, oh, I made him keep my baby. Second thing, social media. You had a 2-year-old phone. Y'all got 2-year-olds in your family? A 2-year-old get that phone and operate it like a scientist.
Yep.
I think a child should only have a phone when they're not with their parents in case of emergency. Once your child come home, I think you should turn your phone in because they learn a lot of the bad things on the internet and in that telephone.
Well, I do that.
I agree with that.
I take my 13-year-old phone.
They should have no social media. If they're not an actor, if they're not an entertainer, if they're not selling nothing online, they don't need no social media. They don't need none of that. And a lot of these parents are sitting here letting the internet, letting a new quote-unquote culture raise their kids.
Babysit their kids.
That's
absolutely.
Right. And that's not the thing. My mama, know what my mama did as babysitter, 5 years old, know what my mama did? And you know what I'm talking about. Lock my door and don't open it for nobody.
That's right.
Babysitter and nanny, I was like, what is that? I didn't know what a babysitter was.
That's child abuse now.
Oh yeah, you can't leave kids at home.
No, for real. You gotta wait till they get home, especially after school.
That's how I learned how to cook. That's how I learned how to clean. That's when I learned responsibilities for my mama giving them to me. And some people say, I don't let my boys wash dishes. Oh, yeah, I don't care what you is. You wash dishes.
You washing them damn dishes.
But you still got
That's right.
gonorrhea.
I got gonorrhea. I got gonorrhea from a girl who mama ain't wash her dishes. I wash mine.
But you know what's so crazy about that? When we used to get to stay home because people wasn't as crazy. Nowadays, you can't just leave the kids home because people is crazy.
But Charlamagne, I watch CNN. Do it seem like people is just ready to kill you? Like everybody just ready to kill now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like nobody have no type of feelings when it comes to life.
They don't fear God anymore.
Yeah.
Like this world crazy, man. We need to get my thing. What I tell women, first thing you need to do is gender reveals. Stop it, because my mama ain't know what she was having. The only way my mama knew is like a Geechee thing. Is the boys sit high, the girls sit high, the boys sit low. That's how my mama knew.
Yeah, that don't work.
It was sayings like it's a girl, it's a boy. Those sayings don't exist no more. They spend $5,000. They have a celebration called a gender reveal. Right?
Yeah. I mean, but you can find out what type of child you're having when you go to the doctor, right? Don't they ask you?
Okay,
I don't have any kids.
But you supposed to not want to know.
Okay.
But what I was getting at, they do the $5,000 on the gender reveal. They spent $10,000 on the baby shower, which used to be after the baby was born. The baby shower was to shower the baby with gifts, and the men didn't go. And the baby first party, they spent another $15,000. Now they done spent $30,000 on a 1-year-old, and they got no insurance, no health insurance, no college fund, none of that for the fucking baby, yo. None of that. And it's kind of crazy now because now there are more kids being born today that parents aren't together. Your mom and father grew up together.
Yep.
I can tell by your complexion that happened. No, I can tell by your complexion.
But he's Dominican.
I'm not Dominican.
He's Dominican. No, he's Dominican. He's Dominican.
Black.
He's Dominican.
I'm black.
You read. So listen. So nobody's perfect. We're born imperfect in an imperfect world.
We just evolving every day. That's all.
Right.
Correct.
We still learning. The hardest thing for me to learn is for people to accept the things that ain't right. I'm not accepting nothing that ain't right. I'm saying something about it. I don't care if they try to cancel me. And I don't give a damn. You can't cancel me. I can't be exposed. This dude Whack 100 put something on Clubhouse the other day talking about, I'm an exposed trick. You're gonna get you and your family hurt. You can't expose me. There's nothing about me private. I represent the people. I represent my city to the fullest. I have no other sports team outside of Miami, and I don't think no other city is rawer than my city. But when I go to your city, I'm gonna respect your city, and I'm gonna enjoy myself and go back so I can be able to go back home. You can't expose nothing real. So Whack, you's a manager to a rat. You's a troll that make money off internet. You can't expose me. All you can do is get me locked up until I bond out.
Why? What is he talking about exposing?
Where did that come from?
And where did that come from?
Because he's a troll. Y'all never get. I be on Clubhouse. Clubhouse is something that's big. Like and he has rooms where he's always talking about other people's business. We don't talk about stuff like that. I don't think the internet is you're supposed to die off the internet. I don't think you're supposed to hurt nobody's feelings on the internet. I think you're supposed to. I think that's where people supposed to meet up and learn different things and experience different things in life, and that's what I think it's supposed to be about.
That's how it started. That's how Twitter and all that started. It was fun. It was entertaining. You would meet people, but then it just took a turn.
Now you got people like some people not stronger than other people. You can't talk about people. You can talk about me. All you gonna get is beat up. At the least, you know what I'm saying?
Well, don't move. We got more with Trick Daddy when we come back. This morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Trick Daddy. Yee.
We've been watching you on Love and Hip Hop, and you've been putting it all out there. And I was wondering about your feelings about divorce in general. Is that something that you feel like you would have stayed married?
I'm probably the only way I get divorced if my girl want me to marry her.
What?
Okay.
What do you mean, Trick? I'm so confused.
Because I'm like in my mind right now, I'm like a Duke point guard. One and done.
One marriage and done.
One marriage and done.
That's it.
So what do you mean my girl married her? Don't you got to already be married to get divorced?
No.
I'm already married.
He's married.
Yeah.
I never got divorced, but in order for me to divorce Joy, I would have to be ready to get married again.
Well,
what
so
about if she wants a divorce?
she does, right?
That's what she say, but she used my name. If she wanted a divorce, she need to stop using my name.
Oh, Young.
And then she,
Yeah.
and then she going around messing with all these dudes trying to find me. I'm right here. They'll never be me. You can't melt them and pour them on me.
But it doesn't feel like, to me,
melt them and pour
it
them
doesn't
on.
feel like you, because you guys have been separated for a while. So
Yeah.
you do you, she does her thing, right?
And leave it like that.
So you just want to just stay married.
She going to hell with me for that's adultery.
God damn, Trick.
That's adultery.
I don't
Lord have
understand it.
mercy.
Well, I know, but I allow her to date.
Okay.
She's allowed to date.
So you allow her to
Because
date?
at one point I thought you were going to do the
if I
divorce.
said she don't date, I would terrorize the person she date and make them not want to date her at the least. I allow her to date.
She allows you to date.
Well, I'm from the South, but they don't really. We run our household, you know. We run our house.
Mm-hmm.
The men run our house. City girls is down real bad right now. You know.
Oh my gosh.
City girls.
But you
is
had a
down
whole
right now.
divorce party.
Yeah, but she had 3 or 4 failed relationships before my divorce party.
Is that because of you terrorizing?
No. I stay. She actually. I thought she wanted to be my friend because she said, you know, it hurt me when I come somewhere and you leave. Like, you don't have to do that. We can still be cool. And I thought she wanted to be my friend. But then every time I do something or say something, she take it personal and start speaking to me like I'm not a child, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't do me like, if you're going to be my friend, be my friend. But now I need to start evaluating these dudes who you mess with because these is my boyfriends and husbands-in-law. I'm his your boyfriend, I'm his husband-in-law.
You got a boyfriend-in-law. That's crazy.
Because that's my wife boyfriend.
Yeah,
so he's my boyfriend-in-law. And I'm his girlfriend husband, so I'm his husband-in-law. And we need to get along. You need to take care of my wife.
So what about when you get to the point where it's a dude that you can't terrorize? It's just as crazy as Trick.
I'm not, but I don't.
But why would you want to terrorize them? That's kind of like
I never terrorize them. I respect them, but they need to do what they need to do. That's just like That's just like if I'm messing with a married woman. I do anything in my power so it don't hurt her husband or it don't get back to her husband. That's my duty.
Okay. So if he
us off? What you doing?
No, but what I'm saying, I'm not be calling her phone all time of nights.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try to fight her.
And
well,
if
he don't know
and
it
if
won't
he
hurt
asked
him.
you, you would if he asked you would deny it.
Yes. We got to get it right, because, bro, I'm finding out it's somebody else involved. It ain't finna be 3 of us, dog.
She cheating on us.
She cheating on us, yeah. Like, what is you not doing at the house that she's not happy, bro? Because I'm doing my part on the side. I'm the number 1 side in America. I know I'm doing my part. Like, tighten up, boy. I tell him to tighten up and tell her to tighten up. Man, tighten up for your husband find out about us.
You know, I was laughing when you said the least can happen on social media is you beat somebody up. Because you have The Smart is the New Gangster. It's an anti-violence forum for young adults and accompanying parents, and you're doing that on your weekend for the Trick Daddy and Friends concert.
Right.
25th anniversary.
Because what I want. So my thing is, I think kids fighting is healthy. Because that's the problem. They don't know how to fight no more.
Yeah.
Right. They don't know how to fight. In Miami and a lot of urban areas in this country, 12 and 13-year-olds got 30s and switches. That's sad.
Damn.
The average killings that's been going on been done to and done by from the age of 12 to 17.
Damn.
And they used to say, oh, the government bringing the guns in. I ain't used to believe it. I'm like, well, hold on now. There's a lot of guns. It's still hard to believe because, okay, how they doing it, but they doing it. So I found that the kids are breaking their houses, breaking their cars. So if you own a weapon,
stealing them,
you need to put your gun up, secure your gun, lock your gun, put it up so your son do not get your gun and go retaliate on somebody that hurt his feelings, somebody that, you know what I'm saying?
I think it's on social media too, though, because you know when you got in a fight back when you were a kid, you got in a fight and it was over.
Yeah.
Right? But now
it can be online. That's right.
Now it goes
That's
on
right.
another week.
If you record my children get jumped on, I'm coming at you. Don't record my kids being jumped on, especially grown folk.
Yeah, adults should break it up.
Them. Yeah,
That's
stop
right.
them.
Yeah, I prefer the fist fight over the guns, but I would rather us even find a better way to not even process our emotions with violence.
We got to start back doing? We got to start back spending Christmases and Thanksgivings together. Families don't do that no more. These big corporations got to start back giving people the days off on the holidays so they could be with their family. And if you got kids from different men, then you should let your baby daddy know, well, my child is going to be with me during Christmas, so if you want to come over. Therefore, you have to get back to even having babies from people that you at least going to be able to speak to 5 years from now. If he a scammer or a drug dealer or a robber or he gangbanging, then that's not the dude you need to be having a baby with. And if you do, then he got to understand, my child ain't finna be around you.
I feel like this is a political debate. I feel like Trick laying out his policies.
Because there's so many ways you could do it. There's a way for you to get respect from your kids. McDonald's, come on, man. They chicken nugget these kids to death. That's all they chicken nuggets. You go out to dinner, you go to a nice restaurant, they get their kids chicken tenders.
And fries.
The French fries, yeah.
I didn't bring you out to dinner to order no chicken tender and fries. Bring the family together, pray together, go to church. Stop letting your middle school and high school daughters talk about they got a boyfriend. No, you have a friend boy or a friend girl. You don't have a girlfriend or a boyfriend.
Now you got some backlash a couple of years ago when you talked about Beyonce can't sing.
Okay.
Trick, you was tripping with that one.
Okay, so here's the thing.
All right.
I wasn't saying that Beyonce can't sing.
Okay.
Because I've known Beyonce since they were 15, 16. Okay. A lot of times. Okay. I have a lot of love and respect. Beyonce is a hell of an entertainer.
Correct.
But when I put singers in the category, I'm talking about Whitney Houston. I'm talking about Adele. I'm talking about Shirley Murdoch. I'm talking about Stephanie Mills.
I don't know about Adele. I think Beyonce can hang with Adele. I'm with you on everybody else though. Whitney Houston, Stephanie Mills,
Adele,
Fantasia,
Stephanie Mills. That's a different kind of
Patti LaBelle.
That's same.
I'm gonna give you a perfect example. I'm gonna say something that they ain't gonna like again.
Go ahead.
Out of the 10 female R&B singers that came out in the last 5 years, 5 of them sound alike.
Okay, who are they?
The Hers. The
SZA.
SZA.
You think they
the girl. What her name?
Jhené Aiko.
Jhené Aiko. I can close my eyes and not know who they are. That don't mean I don't like them. That don't mean I don't like their talent. But if I had to pull a top 10 or top 5, I wouldn't mention them. So what they did, they took a piece of a conversation what we had that was all over the place, and you notice how long the conversation was. They took that one piece and they wanted to go viral, and it worked. And they wanted me to apologize, and I didn't feel like I had to apologize.
That's your opinion.
When I heard you explain it a little more, I understood what you were saying.
Yeah.
But people like Whitney and Stephanie, that's just different, man. That's an
different.
otherworldly talent. And Beyonce's an otherworldly talent too, but that's a different.
I don't think.
Now, who wanted you to
Who you
apologize?
say bought these chairs?
Kevin Hart.
I don't think he's funny.
God damn, Trick. Why are you shooting at everybody this morning? Why?
I don't think
What is the reason for this?
I grew up on Red Fox and Robin Harris and Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor.
You notice you say you don't like what Wack do on Clubhouse. You doing the same thing right now.
But he's not. What Wack is targeting people. I'm giving my opinion.
Okay.
We ain't asked for it.
I don't think Cat Williams. But this is unpopular opinion moment right now.
Okay.
I don't think Cat Williams is funny.
No, you tripping.
The only time I thought Cat Williams was funny when that little 14-year-old had him in the chokehold.
Oh my God,
damn,
stop it.
Trick. What did Cat do to you? Why are you doing
He
this?
didn't do nothing to me.
I think they're
Why?
I just don't think he's funny.
I think Cat and Kevin funny as hell.
But for the record, I love and respect Beyonce and everything she ever done.
Who wanted you to apologize when you said they wanted me to apologize? Oh, the Beehive.
Not the
Okay.
Beehive, because they don't know what the Beehive. Not the Beehive. It's my a couple of my business partners, a couple of my friends, a couple of older women in my family. They were like, maybe you should just apologize because And I was like, apologize is you're not supposed to apologize unless you did something wrong and you know you did something wrong.
Is this an opinion?
It's an opinion, and I had with no intentions on hurting nobody's feelings or nothing like that. But I like who I like.
Man, make sure y'all go check out Trick Daddy and Friends concert.
Trick!
Yes.
April 15th to the 17th, man.
Bitch, I got my pots. Make sure you watch that.
I got the pot line, the cooking utensil line.
I can't wait for our vegetarian episode. That's gonna be amazing.
Trick, you gotta hit the dance for us one time before you leave, man.
So the dance, the throw the dance is usually like this, but I do it like this.
We've seen that, yeah.
So it's like, let's go.
Turn it up.
That's it, man.
That's it. That's
Come on,
it.
Trick, man.
Come to the concert. You can see it in person.
You saving it for the weekend?
Come see it a lot, man. I appreciate y'all for having me, man.
Trick Daddy, CO.
Thank you.
It's Trick, CO. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Happy hump day, guys.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning, everybody.
What's
it's
happening?
DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Good morning on this Wednesday, this hump day. Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Snoop.
Listen up. This just in.
All the gossip. The Rumor Report.
Gossip.
With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Well, Snoop is appearing on Drink Champs. That's going to drop tomorrow. And one thing that they talked about in the teaser is a collab with Bad Boy and Death Row.
So if we can show growth and progression, that we can move forward and we can take this Bad Boy Death Row, what it used to be, and make it a collaboration on peace and love, because that's who I am. I'm Suge and Puffy. You know what I'm saying? I'm all in the videos, rapping, dancing, entertaining. Shut the up.
Yes.
Stop being brainwashed. Yes. I love Puff. I love his kids. Now what's happening?
What's happening?
I own Death Row, so I do what the I want to
do. Talk that talk.
Yeah, I wish we could have did that, back in the days.
Well,
all right. Well, about 6 years ago, he was on Crown with Elliott Wilson, and he talked about when he called Suge on the phone while he was incarcerated and asked him if he would be open to establishing a truce with Diddy and Biggie, and he said that Suge said he would never call a truce. So
that was a silly choice by Suge.
Mm-hmm. All right, Wendy Williams is definitely still having issues with Wells Fargo, with her bank. We told you previously
she was money yet?
Denied her access to her financial assets.
That's crazy.
Well, her attorney has done an exclusive interview with E! News. LaShawn Thomas is her name. And she said while Wendy is able to pay for food and things like that in her daily life, her clients still cannot log into her online accounts and see what's going on with her assets, including what items have been deducted from her accounts. She's concerned that this issue has been dragging out for a significant amount of time. She said, we certainly did not think that, considering the length of the relationship that she's had with Wells Fargo, that they would draw this out to the extent that they have. Imagine you've made all this money and you can't even go and see what's happening in your account. That would make me extremely nervous. And so, Wells Fargo, they're saying that they don't believe that she's of sound mind, which is why this is happening. This has been happening for quite some time, though.
But doesn't a doctor have to say that, right? Isn't a doctor's letter or some type of doctor reference the reason why the bank can do that? The bank just can't say, hey, you look a little off, so we can't give you your money.
Clearly we're not getting all the information.
Right?
Mm-hmm. We're not.
Well, the bank filed a
public.
guardianship petition for the appointment of an overseer of her assets. And according to her attorney, she told E! News she believes it's a ploy to keep whatever has been going on with these accounts away from Wendy. And so I don't know how they're able to even do those things, but they're saying that they believe that she's a victim of undue influence and financial exploitation. That was the letter that was filed to the court in February and obtained by NBC News. All right, now Magic Johnson has told this story before about choosing Converse over Nike, and now you get to see that play out on the HBO show that I know you guys have been watching, Winning Time.
Dropping the clues bombs for Winning Time. One of the best shows on television right now.
Now, just to refresh you on that story, here's Magic Johnson talking about missing out on $5.2 billion.
When I first came out of college, all the shoe companies came after me. And it was this guy named Phil Knight who just had started Nike. All the other companies offered me money, but they couldn't offer me money because they just started. So he said something, stocks. I'm gonna give you a lot of stocks. I didn't know nothing about stocks. I'm from the inner city. We don't know about stocks, at that time. Boy, did I make a mistake.
Boy, oh boy.
I'm still kicking myself.
Oh.
Every time I'm in a Nike store, I get mad, right?
Yeah.
I could have been making money off of everybody buying Nikes right now.
Oh, man.
They offered him $1 for every shoe that Nike sold and 100,000 shares in stocks.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, but you can't call it a mistake because he was a young kid coming out of the hood at the time. He simply did not know.
Well, at the point, at that
I mean,
time,
he's
Nike
kicking
wasn't
himself.
big, though. Remember
Yeah.
What?
Nike wasn't big during that point. It was
Nike
Converse.
was new. Right, he said Converse gave him $100,000 a year. So at that time...
Yeah, he needed money. He didn't understand financial literacy at all. You coming out the hood, he want to check now. I want to get mom and him out the hood now.
But even if he did, he looked at Nike and said, who the hell is this new company? Converse is what's popping. I'm going to stay with Converse.
Yes.
Well, he's kicking himself.
Yeah, hindsight is 2020, but you got to give himself grace with that one. Yes, I'd be probably kicking myself like, damn, I could have missed out on $5.2 billion. But do you really miss out on things?
No.
You don't miss out on things that are meant for you. You don't. I truly believe that.
Well, you can watch that play out on Winning Quiz.
Man, Winning Time is
Winning
fantastic,
Time.
by the way. I love Winning Time. Salute to my man Rodney Barnes. That is a great show.
All right, well, that is your Rumor Reports.
All right, thank you, Miss E. Charlamagne!
Yes.
Who you giving it down?
Listen, man, I need all my fat asses to come to the front of the congregation this morning, okay? We need to talk to each other. But one in particular, his name is David Stover of Northport, Florida. Okay?
That's not a nice word.
What?
Fat!
I'm referring to myself, too. I am trans fat.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
We will discuss for after the hour. People know what I'm talking about when I say we're fat asses.
All right.
You a fat ass. I seen you. I'm not talking about your literal ass. I'm talking
I
about
thought you were.
Talking about the way you get down with your snacks.
Whoa. All right, we'll get to that
Talking about
next.
the way you eat your snacks.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Hey, it's Angela Yee. Have you taken a look at the General Insurance lately? Switch to the General, and you could save over $500 on your car insurance. Call 800-GENERAL or visit thegeneral.com. The General Auto Insurance Services, Inc., an insurance agency, Nashville, Tennessee. Some restrictions.
Make sure you tell them to watch out for Florida, man.
The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida. Yes, you are a donkey.
A Florida man attacked an ATM for a very strange reason. It gave him too much money. Florida man is arrested after deputies say he rigged the door to his home in an attempt to electrocute his pregnant wife. Police arrested an Orlando man for attacking a flamingo.
It's the Breakfast Club, bitches. Donkey of the day with Charlamagne the God. I don't know why y'all keep letting him get y'all like this.
Well, Duval, it's that damn Florida. Okay, donkey of the day for Wednesday, April 13th goes to David Stover of Northport, Florida. Okay, that is a city located in Sarasota, Florida. And what does your Uncle Charla always tell you about the great state of Florida? The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida, and David Stover is no exception. But today, your Uncle Charla would like to discuss with you something we don't talk about enough, and that something is gluttony. Okay, gluttony is defined as the overindulgence or lack of self-restraint in regards to food, drink, or wealth items. Gluttony is one of the 7 deadly sins, and most of us are gluttons for pain and food. Okay, David is a glutton for food, clearly. All right, growing up, the elders around me would tell me my eye longer than my stomach. Okay, some people say eye's bigger than the stomach. The moral of the statement is it's a saying used to say that someone has taken more food than he or she can possibly eat. I'm looking at David's chin and neck area from his mugshot, and he's absolutely been this person. Okay, I'm not body shaming here. I'm just making observations, and based off what David is getting donkey of the day for, he is clearly a fat ass. Okay, and that's okay. All right, now you don't have to be physically obese to be a fat ass, though. That's the thing. You don't have to be physically obese to be a fat ass. Even though David is a human fudge cake, okay, low jelly belly from what I can see, it's his behavior that's more fat than his actual physical appearance. Okay, look, I know I'm a trans fat ass. Okay, that's why I discipline myself during the week in regards to my meals, and I do my cheat meals on the weekend because when I go, I go. All right, I'm the guy who goes to Chick-fil-A and orders the #1 large, no cheese, then orders 4 scripts to go with it. Then says, add another large fry to that. Makes no sense at all. All I got to say is, let me get a #1 large and a #4 large. Would that be a 3 count or 4 count? 4 count, please. Only reason I don't order it like that is because psychologically, when you order 2 meals from any fast food restaurant for yourself, you've reached levels of fatness that no fatty McFat has reached before. Okay? I'm the guy who literally this past weekend ordered grilled wings from a place called The Roasted Wing, but then ordered all sides from KFC. Drop one of clues bombs for me. Okay. Mashed potatoes, biscuits, kernel corn, all large. Ordered 2 of every side. No, I'm not trying to be a chin hoarder. I'm happy having 1 chin. I am just a person who identifies as a fat mess. Okay, I'm saying all that to say, when it comes to fat things, it takes one to know one. I've done a lot of fativities in my life, but David Stover of Northport, Florida, or should I say North Portly, Florida, he takes the cake. He didn't literally take the cake, but he would have if there was cake to be taken. David Stover, 57 years old, was arrested Monday at Wendy's because he was arguing with the staff. All right, the man ordered a 12 for 12, which is 3 4 for 4s, and it wasn't 12 items in there. Okay, where is my 4-piece nugget spicy? No, that's not what he was arguing about. He was arguing about the fact that he was demanding a law enforcement discount from Wendy's and started threatening to report staff to corporate for not giving it to him. Well, here is the problem, ladies and gentlemen. David is not law enforcement in any way, shape, or form, okay? FBI for him stands for Fat Bastard Incorporated, and this man, according to police, was a regular at this Wendy's for the past 2 years, and workers said he used to get a discount at the Wendy's because he had a friend who was a cashier there. Side dish, some of the greatest fativities happen when you have a friend who works at a fast food restaurant. Drop one of clues bombs for all the friends who work at fast food restaurants, okay? I had a homeboy who worked at McDonald's back in the day when I was a young teenage lad, and I would get high and go there and get 40 chicken McNuggets and a 2-cheeseburger meal with a large fry for no damn reason. Now back to the main course. David had a friend who used to be a cashier at Wendy's, and according to the arrest report, when the worker left the job, David, a.k.a. Chunk of the Century, pretended to be a law enforcement officer to get free food. David, that might work at Dunkin'. That might work at Krispy Kreme, but pretending to be a law enforcement officer to get a Baconator, in the words of my guy NORE, you gotta relax, okay? Now, the manager of the Wendy's told investigators that David used to tell workers he was an undercover DEA agent and would occasionally flash a badge when asked for proof. DEA, David Eats. I can't think of anything for A except ass, but ass has 0 calories, so that don't count. But David used to pretend to be a DEA agent, but he denied ever claiming to be a DEA agent. However, he did admit to carrying a concealed carry permit badge, which he claimed he showed the employees because they asked to see it. Stover faces a charge of impersonating a law enforcement officer. The crime of falsely impersonating an officer is a 3rd-degree felony in Florida and is punishable by up to 5 years in prison, 5 years of probation, and a $5,000 fine. They call that a 5 for 5, David. Okay? I have nothing else to say here other than I don't feel bad about any fativities I participated in this weekend because this is the fattest story I've heard all week, and it's the fattest story we'll possibly hear all month. Please let Remy Ma give David Stover the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw, hee-haw. You stupid motherfucker. You dumb.
All right. Thank you for that donkey of the day.
You don't want to play?
All right, why not?
I see it in your eyes.
All right,
let's play a game of Guess What Race It Is! All right. David Stover, 57 years old, of North Portland, Florida. Impersonated a law enforcement officer just to get free food from Wendy's. Guess what race he is? Angela Yee?
White.
Okay. What makes you say that?
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Okay. Envy?
White.
What makes you say that, sir?
Black people don't impersonate no police officers.
Oh, that's
I
a
don't
good
know.
point. No, I've seen black people do that.
Yeah, I don't know about
No,
that.
I have. I've actually personally seen black people do that.
Really?
Yeah.
At a fast food restaurant?
Not for free food, though.
Not for free food.
Not
right.
for free food.
Usually, it's for what was it for? Usually,
pulling over other drug dealers
rob
to steal
people.
their money.
I was thinking the same thing. Rob people. They gonna go all the way. They ain't gonna go for no chicken wings and no nuggets and fries.
Well, both of y'all are right. David Stover. David Stover. Okay, clearly a chin hoarder. How many chins you count there?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Three. About four. About 4 chins. Yes. David Stover is white, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
Well,
I'm not judging either. I do fat things.
Okay.
But if this is not the fattest story you ever heard in your life, or close to it, then maybe you're more of a fat ass than David Stover.
All right.
You're not greedy. You got to be mentally to impersonate a law enforcement officer just to get a free meal from Wendy's. Come on, man.
Now, if it would have been Chick-fil-A, would you looked at them different?
No. You're still fativities. Fativities are fativities. Okay? I'm not taking no penitentiary chance for a fativity.
What about if it was finger licking?
Drop on the clues bombs for the licking.
See?
Drop on the clues bomb for the licking. My mic can see you doing it for the licking now.
I'm just saying.
Salute to everybody in Florida who's been to the licking. You know what I'm talking about.
All right. Well, up next, Ask Yee. 800-585-1051. If you need relationship advice or any type of advice, call Yee now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Come on.
Need relationship advice? Need personal advice? Just need real advice. Call up now for Ask Yee.
Keep it real.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. It's time for Ask Yee. Hello, who's this?
This is Libby. I'm so excited that I got through to you guys.
What's up?
What's up? What's your question for Yee?
So I have this boyfriend, and if you want to call it that, 'cause he broke up with me yesterday.
Oh.
But I have to take him to and from work every day because he doesn't have a driver's license. Long story there.
Mm-hmm.
But we keep getting in fights, and he keeps gaslighting me on the way that I feel about things and takes it so personal. And then tells me how he doesn't want to be there, how he doesn't love me, how he wants to break up with me. But then when he goes to do it, he realizes that he doesn't have anybody else in his support bubble anymore and that I'm the only person left. So he makes it to where he doesn't leave and I'm stuck.
Libby, first of all, a couple things here. You don't have to drive him to work every morning because he doesn't have a license. That's not your responsibility. And secondly, who wants to be with somebody that's always threatening to break up with you but then doesn't because they don't have anybody else? So
That's what I'm saying.
He broke up with you already yesterday.
Yeah.
So now you guys aren't together anymore.
I mean, as far as I know, he hasn't even and it wasn't even like a breakup to the face. He texted me and told me that he didn't want to be my boyfriend anymore and that we just do our own thing, and then doesn't talk to me from 5 o'clock yesterday till this morning. Still didn't talk to me when I took his ass took him to work. That's my bad.
Why are you still taking him to work even though he broke up with you?
Because if I don't, then he's stuck in the house all day with me, and I don't want him in the house with me.
Oh, you guys live together also?
Yeah.
So is he moving out now?
I mean, I have no idea. He won't even look me in the face, and the whole thing started because I have friends that are dudes, and he's so insecure about it. But I have not given him a reason to think that I have cheated on him.
Well, a couple of things. Why are you
entertain these men.
Why are you staying with him? I'm just
to
curious.
To be honest with you, he just kind of lives with me at this point.
Okay. Can you move?
My name is on the lease, so I can't leave until the lease is up.
When is the lease up?
December.
And is his name on the lease?
No.
He's got to go.
Give him a good old boot.
He's got to go. Yes. Your name is on the lease. He doesn't have a license. You're driving him to work. You're driving him to work because you don't want him to be in the house with you. He's breaking up with you. He's not speaking to you. Do you love him?
I mean, to a certain extent, I do. What happened, we had an event that happened in January that made me adore him for a while. But it's just one of those things where he just keeps doing the same thing over and over again. Even after I tell him over and over again what hurts my feelings, and he just takes it with a grain of salt.
Do you love yourself?
Yes, I love myself.
Okay, so why would you allow somebody to treat you like this? If this was one of your friends telling you this is what somebody's doing, what advice would you give her?
I'd tell her to leave.
Okay, so now what advice would you give yourself?
I mean, I've told him to leave, and I've told him to get out, and at this point, it's just kind of we're roommates, and he's paying half the bills type of thing.
Yeah, no, he's got to go. You got to be able to live your life. You're not going to be not wanting to be home because he's there driving him to work. You're not doing those things anymore. That's not your boyfriend. You guys broke up. You have to make him leave. Your name is on the lease and his isn't. He's got to go.
Okay.
You have the good thing that I love about this for you is that you have the upper hand in all of this. You have the power to make decisions. Never feel like you're stuck in a situation. You're not stuck.
You're right.
All right.
I really needed that this morning.
All right, Libby. I hope you get it together and get him out of there however you have to do it. Hopefully, you don't feel like there's any physical danger, do you?
Oh, no, he's more scared of me than I am of him.
Okay, perfect. Well, get him out of there. Tell him he's got to pack his things. And what is it, the 13th? Start looking for a place. By May 1st, he's got to be gone.
Okay.
All right, Libby. Good luck.
Thank you. You guys have a great day.
All righty now. Ask Yee, 800-585-1051. If you need a relationship advice and any type of advice, call Yee now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Get some real advice with Angela Yee. It's Ask Yee.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We're in the middle of Ask Yee. Hello, who's this?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's your question for Yee?
Good morning. So, my father wants to come back into my life after about 10 years just because I had a daughter. That's the long story short.
Mm-hmm.
He texted me last Friday saying, "Oh, please forgive me. I'm so happy that you had a daughter." last time I spoke or saw to him was during Hurricane Sandy. He pushed my mom down, and I had to basically fight him, and it's just really, really random that he wants to come back into my life just because I had a daughter.
Right.
I advice here.
Okay, well, you don't have to allow anything to happen that you don't want to, and you can take your time. You don't have to make a decision that's permanent right now. So if you're not comfortable with doing something, don't do it. Now, if you want to take it slow and have conversations, meet up with him without your daughter until you decide what you want to do, you have every right to do that, but you dictate how this happens for you and what you're comfortable with.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for me because knowing that he left me during, I wouldn't say my most vulnerable years, but growing up, I was 15, I'm 26 now, and me seeing him give attention to my daughter is going to crush me because it was going to be me striving for that attention in the first place since he left. You know what I'm saying?
But these are some things that might be important for you to address because I'm sure it affects you some way, somehow in your everyday life.
Yeah.
And so if you feel like before you allow him to see your daughter, you want to address those things with him and work on repairing your relationship and even involve a therapist so that you guys can talk to each other together with somebody to mediate the conversation and for you to be able to use the tools to be able to express yourself, because I would love for you to see some type of closure or some type of healing for your situation.
Yeah.
Because
right.
you never know how that affects even how you treat your own daughter.
Yeah. Yeah. I always told myself I don't have people to look up to. I have people who I don't want to be like, such as my father. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
listen, those are important lessons too. I'll never do what he did. Some people end up being just like their father, and some people end up being the opposite because they don't like how their father was. And it's great that you're an amazing dad, but I do feel like with these unresolved issues that you have, and you have every right to walk away if you so choose. You have every right to say, no, I'm not doing that in your own time and at your own pace.
All right. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
All right. Take care.
All right. ASCII, 800-585-1051. If you need relationship advice or any type of advice, you can hit Yee now. Now we got rumors on the way?
Yes, and speaking of parenting, Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade have a new product on the market.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
And if you
Morning, everybody.
But you don't know the daddy.
It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. Let me shout out to my goddaughter. Today is her birthday. Happy birthday, Deja. Shout out to anybody celebrating their birthday today. I think Diz's birthday is this week too. Happy birthday to Jersey
born
Diz.
day, Diz.
What up, Diz? Now,
And shout out to my guy Boo from Flea Club. It's his birthday today too.
all right, what up, Boo? All right, let's get to the rumors.
Hey.
That's
All right.
his name.
No, it's all
This
good.
is the Rumor
It's all
Report
good, King.
with Angela
I'm not
Yee
judging you ever. It's all good, King.
on The Breakfast Club.
It's all good.
That was R. Kelly's artist back in the day. Boo, you don't remember?
It's all good,
Boo and
King.
Gotti.
Boo and Gotti, you don't remember?
King, it's all good.
I hate you. Come on, Yee.
There's only one Boo here for you. All right, now Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade have released their first Proudly baby care products. That's for babies with melanated skin. So they launched their first 5 products available via the Proudly website. A gentle body wash, a hydrating baby lotion, nourishing oil, all-over balm, and a gentle touch baby wipes pack. So congratulations to them. They said, we are proud to have built a diverse team of experts that reflect the communities we're serving because we truly believe that's the best way to do business. All right, now Kim Kardashian recently did an interview and she was talking about, her new boo and everything. It's the Not Skinny But Not Fat podcast. And here's what she had to say about first meeting Pete Davidson.
But I saw him at the Met, and he knew I was hosting SNL, but it wasn't announced yet. And so he just gave me good advice. And he's like, hey, take my number if you need anything. And I had gloves on, and I couldn't get in my phone with the gloves. And I was like, oh, I have gloves, and I can't. And he was like, all right, cool. And he walked away, but I was going to be like, oh, but take my, and then, but it was like, no. And so we never connected or anything.
People think that you guys started this during rehearsals, but that part isn't true.
No,
you met that night?
Yeah, we met that day. He came and we did one dress rehearsal.
We need a better origin story. Make him sound more superheroic.
Well, she did talk about his BDE.
Did you see the BDE that everyone talks about?
I was not even focused on that. And then when we kissed, I was just like,
Really?
But
like a stage kiss?
Yeah, it was a stage kiss, but it was still a little zing, And then I was like, wow, I really haven't kissed anyone else in 10 years. So maybe I'm just being stupid. And then a few days later, I was like, there is some BDE action. And like, how am I gonna, I just got to get myself out there.
Now, didn't she go to the Met with Kanye that time? When she had the gloves on and all that? Didn't they go together?
That's a better origin story, all I know. That's what I'm talking about. You got to make it sound like you got bit by a radioactive spider. You know what I'm saying? You got bit by a BDE.
No, you're intrigued by that.
A big worm, big radioactive worm.
Keep going.
That's what you got to do.
Now, Kim Kardashian also revealed that her and Kanye did not speak to each other for 8 months.
So did he accept the divorce at first, like, really well, and then it kind of shifted?
I think we went off and on. You know, we went about 8 months without even speaking to each other at the beginning of the divorce. And then, you know, we started talking again. And I went to the Donda premiere. I mean, he would still see the kids and stuff. It just fit, you know, him and I just took a minute of not talking. And I think in relationships, it'll be like that.
I mean, I think that's understood. You've been with somebody for so long. You have numerous kids and y'all break. I get that.
Right. Sometimes you got to just take a little pause for a moment. All right, now Floyd Mayweather versus Gervonta Davis. Not in the ring, but some social media issues. Now, Gervonta had posted, LOL, had a press conference today and fight on the same day. No matter how much money you have, you can still be jealous of a MF. Boy. Now, apparently, Gervonta Davis was enraged. He was holding a press conference to promote his May 28th fight with Rolando Romero. And on the day that it all went down and when tickets went on sale, Floyd Mayweather confirmed his comeback in Dubai. Now, Floyd Mayweather has since said that it wasn't his decision to have his announcement in his press release that day. He said Anderson Silva, who's also featuring on the same May 14th card in Dubai, had to fly out of Miami, so we couldn't do the press conference on any other day. But they said, we'll pay you $1 million to do it. So I said, no problem. I can feed my family with that, he added. So he wants Gervonta Davis to know that he didn't do that to hate on him for his announcement. Now, Floyd Mayweather also said that he doesn't know if that exhibition fight in Dubai will happen.
You got another exhibition coming up, right?
Yes, this is the exhibition that this is the exhibition that's been pushed back. You know, it's been pushed back numerous times. You know, because it could be because of what's going on. You know, as far as with the people over in Dubai. At first, it's supposed to have been in February. They talked about March, then they talked about April. So the dates just keep getting pushed back. You know, over and over again. So I guess now they're saying we're going in May, if I'm not mistaken. So,
well, if it means anything, I'm a boxing fan, and I would have never known those two things happened on the same day if they didn't tell me. Like, I'm aware that Mayweather's supposed to be doing another exhibition fight, and I'm aware that Gervonta Davis is fighting.
I'm sure Gervonta Davis was more sensitive to it than we would be too as an audience when he saw that happen.
And he signed to
Mayweather.
He signed to Mayweather, right?
Right. And
I don't feel the way.
And, you know, Gervonta also had Floyd Mayweather also responded on Fight Hype about some other things that Gervonta Davis said about him being jealous. He said, as far as me being jealous of anyone, and I'm not just talking about my fighters, I mean, God has truly blessed me and put me in a position to be able to give back to my fighters. If giving back is jealousy, then that's what it is. Fighters and individuals are going to feel like they want to feel, and my job is to always be the bigger person and continue to stay positive and push for my fighters to be great.
Yeah, and that's tricky. I don't see how Floyd could be jealous of Gervonta if, you know, Gervonta signed to him. When Gervonta wins, Floyd wins.
Correct.
Like, and Floyd is Floyd already.
Yeah, I don't know where their rift is coming from.
Something else, I'm sure, something deeper.
All right.
I guess there is. I don't know.
Well, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your Rumor Report.
All right. Thank you, Miss Yee. All right. The People's Choice Mix is up next. Get your request in 800-585-1051. And don't forget, again, my car show goes down in Houston. If you haven't got your tickets, get your tickets now. Some of the celebrities that's going to have their cars in there. From the Texas side, of course, DJ Mr. Rogers. Shout out to my brother, Mr. Rogers. Slim Thugger, who has about 30 cars. So what up, Thugger? Paul Wall, Bun B, Jay Prince, Trader Truth, of course. And then New York, I'm bringing my crew, 50, Fab, host of others, man. The BBS boys. There's going to be a lot of New York cars in Houston that weekend. So if you haven't got your tickets, get your tickets now. Trader Truth, I want all the smoke. Y'all didn't believe me?
Nope.
I'm coming.
That sound believable.
All right, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
If you're a true music lover, you live for that connection with your favorite music and artists. Now, thanks to OneOf and the NFT revolution, that connection is about to get much deeper. Learn more about OneOf, the new Greene NFT platform built for the music community at oneof.com.
Everybody, it's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, shout out to Trick Daddy for joining us.
Yeah, quite a conversation.
T-double-D.
He interviewed himself up here.
He sure did.
Salute to my guy Trick, man. Go watch that full interview on Breakfast Club YouTube page right now.
I'm actually going on Trick's cooking show, I think, in 2 weeks. Not next week, but the following week. I'm heading down to Florida.
What you gonna make?
He gonna make the food, whatever he gonna make.
I know you have to help him cook, though, on the show.
Whatever. I don't.
You participate. What's your dish?
I don't know. Whatever Trick want to cook. I mean, you know, I love seafood, so whatever Trick want to cook, I'm good money.
And by the way, anybody that goes to watch that interview, if you get offended in any way, shape, or form, just remember Trick Daddy is from Florida.
What that mean?
It means everything. The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida. Okay? So, you know, waste your time being offended if you want to. He ain't gonna care.
And I want to shout out to Resma Menikin. We actually had a book signing and a Q&A with him at my coffee shop yesterday. Coffee uplifts people, so thanks to everybody who came out. I know they videotaped it, but it was a great conversation. There were tears shed in the room and a lot of people expressing themselves, and so it was amazing. So thank you for that.
And make sure you go grab Resma's new book, The Quaking of America, available everywhere you buy books right now.
All right. Well, when we come back, positive notice, the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, let me shout out to Madison Square Garden and the New York Knicks tonight. They're doing the show out the Garden of Dreams talent show. It's for kids out there that got talent, and they donate a lot of money to people affected by anything out there, whether if you don't have proper schooling, if you don't have books, if you need help with food, if you need help with rent. That's what a lot of the proceeds go to. So shout out to them tonight. Right?
I'm about to say, I thought you were about to say they playing. I'm like, no, they not.
Not true.
No,
yeah.
no, I didn't say they're playing.
And shout out to everybody who's been who came to the Nets game last night just because there was no Knicks game to go to. No, I had the event at my coffee shop, so I couldn't.
Oh, okay. Damn, that was a stabby. All right. Well, you got a positive note, Charlamagne?
I do, man. Salute to Spiritual Healers, man. Spiritual Healers is an Instagram page that I love to follow, and they posted something really good this morning that I can't wait to repost. But they said life hits different when you stop trying to prove you didn't say that, you didn't do that, you're not like that. You can't fix every lie and every rumor. Neither can you defend yourself every time something is said about you. Just be great.